The Cats took on the Gators today, hoping to bounce back from last week's tough loss. Alex Walker brings us all the highlights. Kentucky continues to report high numbers of COVID-19 cases. A look at the new report from the state health department.
This has been a very hard year for small businesses.
Shop owners are making changes for one of the busiest shopping weeks of the year. We caught up with how some local businesses are keeping shoppers safe.
This is Wkyt News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Olivia Russell. Garrett has the night off. While the Wildcats made the trek down to the Sunshine State to face off against the Florida Gators, coming off a major loss last weekend, the Cats really needed a pick-me-up, but they fell short. Alex Walker brings us the breakdown of the UK loss in our all-blue coverage.
After taking a 10-7 lead late in the first half, Kentucky fell apart, giving up 27 unanswered and a 34-10 loss. UK only 2 of 13 on third down to go along with 3 turnovers. That won't get it done on the road in the SEC. If you remember last year's game against Florida, we saw the rise of Kyle Trask. He was brilliant against the Cats again. 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts from 56 yards, and it's 7-0. Kentucky controlling the clock in the first half. 23.5 minutes to Florida's 6.5. Terry Wilson to Keaton Upshaw, game tied at 7. But after a Matt Ruffalo field goal, the Gators with a huge momentum swing before halftime. Kadarius Toney, awful special teams coverage, 50 yards. Gators up 14-10 at the break. It would only get worse for the Wildcats. Kyle Pitts, future first-round pick, the best tight end in the country. He scored 3 times. Gators roll 34-10.
I thought our guys came out. We tried to play extremely hard. We weren't. We didn't execute good enough. We didn't coach good enough, and tough loss. We're playing at a good level for a while, and you have to match them offensively, and obviously not good enough in the second half. Certainly, if you don't get any first downs and turn the ball over, you're not going to have a good chance to win.
With the loss, UK dropping to 3-6. Up next, UK returns home to Lexington to host South Carolina in the regular season finale. Back to you.
Not a pretty game, but hey, it was a beautiful Saturday here in the Commonwealth. So we hope you've had a chance to spend some of it outdoors, but might not stay that way for long. Meteorologist Adam Burniston is in this evening to tell us how it'll be shaping up.
Yeah, those sunny skies really helped it feel a lot better. It was just a touch on the cool side, but very seasonable for this time of year. But as you mentioned, get out and soak it up today, this evening while you can, tomorrow while you can, because some big changes are ahead in the forecast. Last bit of daylight now fading off there on the horizon. Temperatures into the mid-lower 40s, even a few upper 30s here around central Kentucky, and a little bit milder there to the south and east. High pressure still helping us out, so we're keeping those clear skies through the overnight hours. But you look down to the south and west. You see this low pressure system here through Texas. That's the next system that we're actually going to be watching come into our region as we head into parts of early next week. And that's the system that's also going to bring in snow chances to the forecast. So for tonight, we'll have those temperatures into the 30s, mid to lower 30s later on, maybe a little bit of fog showing up through the overnight as well. But otherwise, as I mentioned, by Sunday night into Monday and Tuesday, we're tracking not only showers, but also some wintry weather. Our first widespread snow of the year that could even bring some accumulation to several areas of the Commonwealth. So I'll have that full forecast and breakdown of the snow for you coming up here in just a few minutes.
Definitely want to keep up with that snow. Thank you, Adam. Well, Kentucky continues to struggle in the tough fight against COVID-19. Governor Beshear's office announced 2,437 new cases today. That's coming off yesterday's record high report. The Commonwealth has now seen more than 171,000 cases of COVID-19. The governor reported 14 new deaths today, bringing the state's death total up to 1,885. The positivity rate is now 8.95%. More than 1,700 Kentuckians are currently hospitalized, with more than 400 in the ICU and 220 on ventilators. Many people are returning home this weekend after the Thanksgiving holiday, and all that travel has health experts worried that an even bigger COVID-19 surge is just ahead. This comes as the final days of November are seeing record highs in the worsening coronavirus pandemic. Britt Conway has the latest.
COVID-19 hospitalizations reaching record highs Thanksgiving week, surpassing previous surges and showing no signs of slowing down. And experts fear it could get much worse.
I think many people who traveled did get together with loved ones indoors who are not part of their immediate family, in which case, because there is such high level of coronavirus all over the country, I mean, essentially the entire America is a hotspot. You don't want to be seeding coronavirus infection in the community that you're traveling to.
On Friday, the U.S. marked the 25th day in a row with more than 100,000 new daily coronavirus cases. The country's death toll now stands at more than 265,000. And according to an ensemble forecast published by the CDC this week, between 29,000 and 56,000 more people could die over the next 3 weeks.
We are in a month where healthcare workers have been getting COVID at alarming rates. Mayo Clinic alone reported 900 of its healthcare workers got COVID-19 over a 2-week period.
Meanwhile, a CDC advisory committee will vote Tuesday on recommendations for the very first group to get a COVID-19 vaccine once one gets emergency use authorization by the FDA. And that's expected to happen sometime next month. As experts recommend you take precautions if you traveled for Thanksgiving.
I would recommend for everyone to quarantine for at least 7 days and then get a test.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron filed a brief in response to an appeal by Governor Beshear to keep private religious schools closed for in-person learning. An executive order was signed by Beshear requiring all schools to halt in-person classes in order to slow the spread of COVID-19. A lawsuit was then filed by Cameron and Danville Christian Academy. A judge ruled this week that the order stands for public schools, but religious and private schools are exempt. Beshear's office appealed on Thursday in an attempt to block the ruling. Cameron responded that the Sixth Circuit had already ruled against the governor, saying in part, quote, "The governor continues to believe that he can target religious schools and is even claiming that he has the power to suspend state law protecting Kentuckians' religious liberty. Will continue to take all necessary steps to push back against his unconstitutional actions in court and to defend the religious liberties of all Kentuckians," end quote. Well, today is Small Business Saturday. This year, it's more of just a tradition or a hashtag. It can be a lifeline for owners. A Lexington toy store is one of the many shops on Clay Avenue opening its doors this weekend. Our Shelby Lofton tells us how the business owner and associates are keeping shoppers safe.
Just outside of downtown Lexington is a neighborhood of shops.
Clay Avenue shops is a very tight community, and everybody is constantly supporting each other.
This year more than ever, Main Street and Clay Avenue needs help.
This has been a very hard year for small businesses. And them coming in and shopping with us and other stores on Clay Avenue it's a very big deal.
The magical toy shop owner, Rebecca Hoos, is celebrating her 5th Christmas season as shopkeeper.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
She says every customer counts.
It's $5 or $100. We all need that.
At her store, Small Business Saturday started Friday and extends through Tuesday. She decided to spread out customers and cut the usual panic and rush of holiday shopping.
That's why we also offer the discounts, because we want to say thank you to our shoppers.
Hoos also offers shopping by appointment.
For people who are still very nervous about getting out and shopping.
Customers have the fantastic store all to themselves.
I had a mom who she has an at-risk child. She's at risk, and she said that thank you, because I didn't know how I was going to be able to do Christmas shopping without doing everything online.
She says there are pros to shopping in person.
People don't have the worry about, is it going to arrive on time? Is it going to be the right size?
Her associates are there for parents and non-parents every step of the way. Inside her small business, where every corner is packed with care. In Lexington, Shelby Lofton, Wkyt.
Small Business Saturday was founded by American Express in 2010 in the middle of the country's recession. In Laurel County, London downtown hosted Live, Love, Local, giving people a chance to win gift cards to local businesses. City officials wanted to help get more customers shopping small this year because of the pandemic. One of these businesses is Silver Spoon Formals in Dogwood Market. They hosted a Christmas open house, hoping people will come in and support them just like they've supported the community.
Amazon isn't buying your kid's uniform or helping a kid go to band camp. So small businesses are what's helping that.
London downtown also sold Live, Love, Local t-shirts. All of the proceeds are going to the Love Local Fund, which benefits small businesses impacted by COVID-19. Following Governor Andy Beshear's order to stop indoor dining, the Adopt a Server Facebook page was created for service industry workers who need help. Within hours of being created, the page gained hundreds of members, and now the group has more than 3,200 followers, including thousands of Kentuckians who still need to be adopted. The group rules are simple. Service industry workers post, "I'm looking to be adopted," along with an Amazon wish list, and anyone who can help can just comment "adopted."
Just being able to read some of the messages and getting some of the insight that I've gotten has really helped kind of, bring some type of sunshine to the storm that I'm constantly going through.
Coulter says he doesn't know how he's going to get through this, but he's asking the community to do better and remember service industry workers during these tough times. Well, it's the most wonderful time of the year, even if it's looking a little different this year. The new way to check out holiday decorations next.
And we are tracking snow chances coming in for this early next week. I'll track the latest on that and tell you who's going to see the most coming up after the break.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, even if it is a little different this time around. Still, there are many activities right here in Lexington to enjoy with loved ones while still social distancing. WKYT's Grace Feinerman tells us about Let's Get Lit. It's a new way to experience holiday lights and how you can get your family involved.
Frosty the Snowman and Jingle Bells. Warming sights for many during these chilly months, and that's no different during the ongoing pandemic.
Sometimes it's really easy to find them if they're huge displays that are well known, and then sometimes it's really difficult.
Jessica Elkins has a holiday gift to all who may not know where to find these holiday decorations. It's called Let's Get Lit. Starting December 1st, there will be a list of houses in the area bringing our fellow Kentuckians holiday cheer. You go to the event's Facebook page, and from there you can create your own route on Google Maps. Check out decorations in the area like these behind me on Chinaway Road. Then you can send that same route to family and friends so they can experience it also. Elkin says she knows the holidays could be tough, as many won't be able to be with loved ones. She says driving around to see these lights will be a socially distanced activity everyone can do together, just from separate vehicles.
I want them to feel connected with other people, with their community, and just kind of bring some of that holiday cheer that I think that a lot of us are missing.
Bringing new traditions between loved ones while staying physically apart. In Lexington, Grace Feinerman, WKYT.
So if you're interested in adding your house to the Let's Get Lit list, you can find more information and you can go to this story on our website, WKYT.com.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Adam Burniston.
Well, we had temperatures just under our average highs for this time of year, but a very seasonal feel out there. That sunshine really made this Saturday feel a lot better. We'll have those nice conditions continuing even through the second half of the weekend, but some big changes, as we mentioned, are ahead. Still sitting in the mid-40s, some upper 30s out there currently this evening. High pressure really helping us out and really keeping much of our region dry and clear skies. But just to the south, you're seeing that cloud cover and rainfall. That's going to be surging in from Texas. That will then provide us with some snow chances. So let's break down that timeline on this next winter system. As I mentioned, Sunday night into Sunday evening, we'll start to see those clouds increasing, those showers increasing along with it. Then by Monday, we see rain transition to snow west to east. Monday night into Tuesday, those snow showers continuing with gusty winds in there as well. And this is where really Monday night into Tuesday is where we'll see the better chances for any kind of accumulation. So let's track that now on our forecast. We take you into tonight. into tomorrow morning. We get down into around the mid to lower 30s, some fog possible there in the morning. But we have beautiful conditions through much of the day here on Sunday. Highs even topping out into the upper 50s, maybe even some 60s showing up there. But as we go later into Sunday evening, into Sunday night, you see those showers increase even more. And then throughout the day on Monday, we start to get in on those northerly winds, and you see that rain turn to snow. Temperatures cooling down all day long. We'll be into the mid to lower 30s. Gusty winds also coming in with that system throughout the day on Monday, 20-25 miles an hour. That lasts even through Tuesday, where we could see even upwards of 30-mile-an-hour gusts at times as well. So that's going to be blowing that snow around as it's falling and also adding quite a bit of wind chill. So forecast trends right now, GFS has been underdoing some of those totals, but you see generally those higher totals in some of the higher elevation areas. A good hit here in Lexington. European model, just another one we look at, still showing a decent hit as well, but still light to moderate accumulation totals. Not saying exact numbers right now. We're still narrowing that down, but maybe tonight I should have a better look. We'll take you through the rest of the week. As I mentioned, snow showers continue through your Tuesday, and then we finally dried out for the middle of the week before yet another system starts to make its way in for the end of the week. Temperatures, though, most of next week going to be a very frigid feel out there with those gusty winds.
They look chilly, but hey, I'm looking forward to the snow personally. Something to look forward to.
Right, yeah. I mean, a lot of us are getting into that Christmas mood. I know I've seen plenty of those Christmas lights. We just saw there in Grace's package. So very exciting to have this first snowfall of the year.
Yes, I'm on board. Thank you, Adam. Well, coming up in sports, another tough loss for Kentucky on the road against a top 10 team.
34-10 the final at number 6 Florida. The Wildcats shut out in the second half. Hear from Jamin Davis and Keaton Upshaw. Plus history in Columbia, Missouri. Sarah Fuller, the talk of the town on Saturday. Details ahead.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $216 million. Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $229 million.
For the second straight week, Kentucky shorthanded on the road against a top 10 team. The Wildcats without 17 players and 4 offensive starters at number 6 Florida. The Cats 25.5-point underdogs, but remember 2 years ago, they snapped a 31-game losing streak in the Swamp. Opening drive for the Gators. Heisman candidate Kyle Trask finds his favorite target, Kyle Pitts. Best tight end in the country, 56 yards, and it's 7-0 Gators. Ensuing Florida drive, and the Wildcats force a critical turnover. Yusuf Corker jars it loose. DeAndre Square recovers, and UK has the ball in great field position. And guess what? They take advantage. 3rd and goal, Terry Wilson to Keaton Upshaw. Great catch in traffic at 7-7, his 3rd touchdown catch of the season. Next UK drive, 7.5 minutes, 14 plays, 87 yards. Wilson picking up the first down. Drive ends in a field goal, and it's 10-7. But with less than a minute to go before halftime, a backbreaker for UK. Kadarius Toney, the easiest 50-yard punt return touchdown of his life. Florida only 6 minutes of possession, but they lead 14-10 at the break. Florida gets the ball to start the second half, and Trask leads a 75-yard drive. Second touchdown for Kyle Pitts. Gators in complete control, up 21-10. They would add a field goal, and after a Terry Wilson interception, it's Trask to Pitts, part 3. His 11th touchdown catch of the season, 31-10, floodgates open. Ahead of the 4th, a day to forget for Wilson. Airmails the throw, and he's picked off for the second time. Wilson held to less than 100 total yards. A brutal second half performance for the Cats. 34-10 the final in Gainesville.
There's no reason to just bow our heads and just give up and just throw the towel in. We got to keep playing and just stay together as a team, and there's nothing else to it. There's nothing special about it. We just got to keep playing. Basically, just stay together as a team, stay composed, don't pretty much get too complacent, and just try to do what we can to bounce back next week and just keep this thing going and turn it around in the right direction.
I just feel like it's just stuff we need to get better at as coaching, as players, that we just need to get in next week as a team and just work on. It didn't go how we wanted it to, but things happen.
With the loss, UK dropping to 3-6. Next Saturday, the Cats host South Carolina in the regular season finale. Elsewhere in the SEC, a special moment in the Vandy-Mizzou game. With this kickoff to start the second half, Sarah Fuller becomes the first woman to play in a Power 5 conference football game. She recently won a conference title with the Vandy soccer team and now gets to play on the gridiron, an awesome piece of history in Columbia.
I just want to tell all the girls out there that you can do anything you set your mind to. You really can. And if you have that mentality all the way through, you can do big things.
Vandy loses 41-0, but an empowering message from Sarah Fuller. If you set your mind to it, you can do anything. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
We're going to be watching closely that snow chance coming in early next week.
We're looking forward to it. I am. Thank you, Adam, and thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.